Hey everybody, it's Elsid932 on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Love is Blind Sweden Season 2. Oh, I hope you're enjoying the recaps and review, and to just let me know you are, because a lot of people are coming by, not subscribing. 80% of you, I appreciate your visit. Just let me know you were here. Hit that like, hit the share, and subscribe. It really does help the channel make it through the algorithm. So we're going to start off where we left off in episode 3, Jakob and Carolina's reveal. What do y'all think, y'all? I was nervous. Ooh, she was nervous. I was getting pins and needles like she was. So she, stays, on her side for a beat. The door's open and she just stands there, just staring. And they meet up and they hug deeply. Jakob says she is beautiful. She asks, aren't you nervous? But she is good, but dizzy. And Jakob proposes again. She cups his beard and says, yes, of course, and puts her ring on her left hand. I was like, I saw a couple do the right hand, so I guess it depends on what you're feeling. But she didn't want to let him go. She was like holding on to his hand. And I'm like, okay. Does she really like him? Because I was skeptical. She did a little dance, a little shimmy before the doors closed, and he got a good chuckle. And she says in her confessional that he felt more for her than she did for him. I wasn't that off. I wasn't that off. Then Jakob says he is excited and feels incredible. Why do y'all do this, producers? Y'all, of course, this is a produced, edited, translated show for me. So please forgive me if I get anything wrong or say it incorrectly, especially people's names. But why do y'all do this? It's messy good. It is messy good. She's saying he felt more than she did. He's saying he's excited and incredible. And we know a crash is coming, but we can't stop looking. And as we go on, we see Alicia. She says dating Oscar has been safe. They're still in the pause, y'all. He is the most affirming person, and the time is not at a point in Tim's life to commit. So she has to decide between Oscar and Tim. So we see her date, Alicia and Oscar. They apparently live miles away. They wish to stay in their own respective cities, but he promised himself that a city would not be the barrier to him having love. You better tell her, Oscar. He said he wants a pajama date. She said, hey, she doesn't sleep in pajamas, but she will wear one. I knew that was Alicia being a little flirty with him, letting him know, hey, this is what to expect. The song they have is I Like You, You Like Me Too. Then we see Oscar and Millie. He sends her a drink, a margarita, and he enjoys showing appreciation for her. He feels he's stepped up his game, and he's thinking that he'll marry her and introduce her to his family. Oscar, you just had a date with Alicia. What happened? You just had that date. Millie says marriage, they should care for each other, and he is making a move on her, and she notices. She notices. Then he says Alicia is his number one for a long time, but Millie became number one. He is all in with her or going home. You just had your date with Alicia, Oscar? But Millie says she can't even really with him because it's really nice and she feels like it's her turn to step up, but she wants to see him tomorrow. Oscar says they can be good for each other. Now remember, y'all, they start off on shaky ground when Oscar tried to make a joke about her accent and how she said certain words. Millie said, this ain't it. She don't like being teased like that. But now here she is, just because she having second thoughts with Ola. In the women's lounge, Millie tells us that Oscar was sweet on the date. Oscar's life blends with hers. Why are we talking about who we dating? All these women are dating the same man. Come on, girl. Oh, jeez, please. Why are we even saying names? I need these ladies to mum. Don't say a name. You can cheer and talk, but don't say a name. In the men's lounge, Oscar says, there's the one he likes the most is the one who likes him the least. That's Millie. Ola says, you shouldn't rush. Just relax. Is he sabotaging? Because Oscar said Millie. Oscar said her name. And so Ola knows because his face changed. So, Ola, are you giving good sage advice or are you just trying to scare him away from Millie? Because Oscar doesn't know that Ola was dating Millie. Not at this point. Oscar don't know. So you're giving him advice and he's thinking, oh, it's sage advice. But he don't know you're the other man she dating. Mm-mm-mm. I see you, Ola. So the very next day, we see Natalie and Victor. Her self-confidence, she says, has been pretty good. Her worth is in how she performs. That sounded like, ooh, a fearful avoidant. But she's a person in her life had an addiction and that has impacted her. She's in a support group and that helps. And he is so grateful she opened up. It's not a flaw in his mind. And he shares next. He said in 2022, he met a girl that was his first love. It was very toxic. He lost 15 plus pounds over it. He is afraid to go through love again and give his all for this to happen again. He said when he gets quiet, it shuts people out and then he gets hurt. So she's like, she's glad he opened up. She understands him more, but she doesn't want him to feel used. Like whenever she's not giving as much as he thinks he's giving. And they do want to continue to date. She tells us that she would say yes if he proposes. Okay? She tells us in the confession she will say yes if he proposes. In the men's lounge, Victor is there saying he doesn't know what he's afraid of. It's not easy, but it's worth it. He sounded hesitant, y'all. And I don't know why, Victor, why are you wearing such large clothing? Is it because you were a larger man and now that you lost the 15 plus pounds? But it seems larger than that. But it's for some reason Victor's clothes always look big on him, like his, picture that I'll have up here. Alicia and Tim, she just sighs, y'all. She sighs. That makes him nervous. She says she likes him and he hasn't done anything wrong, but she's built something different with Oscar. Why are we saying names? They should not know who the other person you're dating is. Ooh. She says she has to make a choice. Tim says, hey, it sucks. It's difficult. He wishes them the best of luck and goodbye. So Alicia breaks up with Tim. He says that he would have gone all the way if given a chance. But Tim, you said marriage was like, this proposal was just a try and look see. It wasn't real. It wasn't real marriage. So what is going all the way? What is that? Because I'm confused. Oscar and Alicia, he was thrown off yesterday. He felt how hard it is. She has been his number one, and then a few dates, she slipped down. So he said the first impressions last. He wants to continue seeing her. She's so happy because she's like, I don't know where you were going with this speech. I don't know what was happening. And did he say the same to Millie? Did he say the same thing to Millie? Yes, he did. He said to Millie, hey, somebody else was number one, but the past 2 dates, you've been number one. So he said the same thing to Alicia. She been his number one, and she slipped for the past 2 dates. Now, did he change his mind, or did Allah change his mind for him? In the women's lounge, Millie comes in and tells everybody that Oscar affirms her and makes her happy, and Alicia is listening in on the other couch, not saying nothing. Finally, a woman who just sits there and listens. Next, we see Millie and Oscar. She sent him a tray of pastries, and he's like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. She said she noticed his sound is down. He said, yeah, he really can't say. She's like, just say it. He's like, what he had with Alicia is what he needs and what is best for him. So Millie's like, what are you saying? Because what you're talking now is different from the last date. She was so sure of him. He says, yeah, but he felt like he was in a lesser position and he had to chase her. She's like, no, that's not it. He's like, that's how I felt. He said, thanks for the wonderful moment. She leaves with a bye. The song they give them is Thanks for the Bad Dreams. And I know what it is. She was on a natural, high of like, oh, Oscar's all into me. But as he said, he knew they were starting to date late. He had already had several dates with Alicia, and here comes Millie all of a sudden wants to see him. So he had to run a race faster than he usually would, and he just wanted to win. I understand him. I don't agree with him constantly chasing her, but he understood he will forever be trying to chase, live up, and do one up himself each time with her. In the women's lounge, Millie is mad as heck. She is mad. She is on fire. He's been declaring his love for me for 2 dates. Okay, that's true. That's what he said. He said for the past 2 dates. She felt he turned on her. She's crying, and Alicia just sits right there. Millie feels deceived. I was like, girl, you are deceiving the man. You had Ola all this time, and all of a sudden you going Oscar. Don't act like it. You just a bit salty maybe because Oscar got off the ride before you wanted to toss him aside. Just my thoughts on an edited produced show. In the men's lounge, Oscar and Ola talk, and Oscar, said that was great advice, Ola, that you gave me to sleep on it. It gave him clarity. Ola finally tells Oscar that he was dating Millie and didn't want to say it. So, Ola, were you manipulating him? How do you feel, Oscar? Because I felt it was manipulation, but Oscar didn't think so. Oscar's like, oh my God, thank you for not, clouding me with the fact that you were dating her. Okay, Oscar, I side-eye this. Ola and Millie, he's not sure where her head is at. She had a rough day. It feels hard talking to him about it. And he said, yeah, rejection affects us all. She's not feeling herself. And he said, hey, if you need to not be here for this date, I'm cool. But she said she'd rather spend time with him than out there moping. And I understand that. I'm kind of the same way. I ain't got time to be sitting moping. I got 5 minutes maybe on it. And that's it. I'd rather be amongst people doing something rather than moping. So she says she needs someone trustworthy and safe and can calm her down when she needs it. And Ola has been consistent. She just had doubts about their issues, but it's important she chooses him for him and not because of the rejection. I'm glad you got that self-awareness, Millie, because I'm like, are you just picking Ola because the other man didn't step up? But Ola, did you hear how she felt about the gift and the drink? Maybe you need to step up, Ola. Oscar and Alicia, she asked him about affirming both her and Millie, and she's heard from other girls that he's affirmed them. He said he's not proud of it. He felt that he was, chasing, and he felt the need to win. And Alicia said, you know what? They had a parallel journey because she was dating someone else. Y'all know she's talking about Tim. She said, hopefully we can talk about what other people say and know where we stand and not get into, an argument about it. So he is back on track with her and is in love with her. He wrote something about her before he got there, I guess the night before. He shares it with her. I didn't take notes on that. He proposes. She said, yes, of course I will. And the song they have is I Am Stronger. Millie and Ola. She asks, is Ola too strange or is he the person for her? Is he too strange? I don't know. Only you can answer that, Millie. He's a little too much for me. But I don't know. She said, but, is he got the right image for her or is he just a hippie? She's just trying to figure out what it is because all she's seeing is he's living in a hut somewhere. He's like, no. I'm in a detached home. It has land. I have cars. He's like, I am not just living off the land. Take that out of your head. But Ola, you have to note, you give us that thought. And one thing, if y'all read the comments in my last couple videos, someone from Sweden lets us know that Ola might be unemployed, not on a sabbatical. He may be unemployed. And that makes me think of him a whole new light. Victor and Natalie, he said he slept badly. So much is on his mind. Okay? He slept and had a dream, and his mother was in a tower. She was mad that he got engaged, and when he tried to eat, he kept losing his teeth. So in the men's lounge, when he's talking to Ola, he says, hey, The image of his mom, maybe he has his mom on a pedestal. And maybe her thoughts on him getting engaged is that she doesn't want to cut the umbilical cord. Good analogy, Olga. Ola, I'll give you that. So in the date with Natalie, he shares how he feels about her. He proposes. She says yes, of course. He is in love with her, and she says she loves him too. Now, y'all, let's get to Alicia and Oscar's reveal. Now, before they used to take us straight to the reveal, and I prefer that. So if anybody's listening to my little old YouTube channel, just go straight to the reveal. We like it that way. Alicia and Oscar's reveal. They're both stunned. Stunned at how beautiful the other person is. And they kiss deeply. He puts the ring on her left hand, but does not propose again. Y'all, they're just kissing and hugging and touching on each other. He did not propose again. And I'm not sure how I like that. Leave it in the comments. Do you think they should propose again in person when they put the ring on? Or is it just a matter of, I proposed already, here's your ring? He tells her she is beautiful. She takes in his kisses and doesn't tell him that he's handsome. But in the back, she says he is very much her type. So much her type. And he feels like home and safe. Y'all, he is so happy. He is so over the moon happy. Ola and Millie, she gives him a coin with 2 crowns on it for togetherness. She found it yesterday. He is so moved by it. They play a song that says, I think I'm falling. She thanks him for waiting on her to figure her stuff out, going out to date somebody else and then come back to him, and says, how happy they are connecting. He is so happy about it. And it's really good that they've chosen each other. He proposes with the rock in his hand. He proposes, and she says, yes, I want to. Then we go to Natalie and Victor's reveal. She hesitates. Y'all. She did not start stepping forward when the doors open. She stays back. But she picks up speed, says, he's handsome. He says she's beautiful. He does propose again. She is like, yes, she is sure. They kiss a very long time. He was hesitant to hug because he was in shock. That's what he looked like. It's like, what am I doing? Y'all, there was silence. They sit on the bench and have nothing to say. The last time I saw this was in Love is Blind Seattle, the US version, and they were a train wreck. But they were silent. So she says, now we're engaged, and awkward kiss and hug, y'all. Awkward. But they say in their confessionals that they're happy, and he is too. And I'm like, this was a blah reveal. Blah. It was blah. I was like, this ain't gonna last. If it does, it'll shock me. So Natalie said it felt weird. She's confused now. He felt like a stranger. She's like, what did she do? She needs a reality check. She said she promised this man her future, but can she keep that promise? Y'all, that is the end of episode 3. I thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.